What is up, my friends? Your weekend has officially started and you are very welcome along to Friday evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Today we're going to be talking about Fede Valverde as a former Premier League great calls on Liverpool to try to sign the Real Madrid ace. We'll be talking about Arne Slot's latest tale of woe and how unlucky he's been. We'll be giving you my thoughts on the Champions League draw, talking about a couple of potential additions, one of them from Brazil, and lots more over the next few minutes. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. But most importantly, please do check that you are subscribed to the channel, because we've been doing a real push lately to try and make sure that people that tune in are actually subscribed, because we want to chase down that 500,000 subscriber count. Look, lots to go through. I want to say a massive thank you to Connor as well for taking you guys through that Champions League draw this morning. Another reminder before I get stuck into the news, we only have one day left for you to enter our giveaway to win a signed Jurgen Klopp frame shirt completely free. Scan the QR code below or use the link in the description for further details, and a reminder that you as well can get 20% off anything store-wide at collectorscorner.co.uk by using our unique discount code Anfield Agenda 1. Right, let's get stuck into it. And we're going to start off with something posted by Empire of the Cop, and they said that Liverpool need a player, a Makelele-style player who can strengthen their core, and Valverde would fit great according to Gus Poyet. Now, what do you think about this one, ladies and gents? They do go on to say luring him from Real Madrid would be a tall order, but could he be the type of player that Liverpool may target in a future transfer window as part of that midfield evolution? Look, going all the way back to Jurgen's time at the club, he was a huge fan of Fede Valverde. I despise Real Madrid, but I'm a huge fan of Fede Valverde as a footballer. I think he's wonderful. If there was any world, any dream, any chance, anyhow, that Liverpool could sign Fede Valverde, I'd be all over it. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you think there's any chance whatsoever it may actually happen. Right, let's talk Joe Gomez. Lewis Steele has said Joe Gomez has had offers from clubs at home and abroad this summer, but he stayed due to Liverpool's lack of defensive numbers. If he were keen on a move this summer, he said Liverpool wouldn't stand in Joe's way. For what it's worth, I do think we will see Joe Gomez move on this summer, but he needs a good send-off. He deserves a good send-off. More than 10 years service to the football club since Joe came in as an 18-year-old, I believe, from Charlton. What a career he's had at Liverpool. He's been part of everything that we've won. So if he is to head off, I hope he, as well as any other players who made a part in the summer, we get a chance to say a proper goodbye to them. Now, Cody Gakpo, 2 away from reaching 50 goals for Liverpool, and this is what Cody had to say about getting towards that milestone. I need 2 more. Yep, it's always nice to reach certain amounts, and I think 50 goals is an amount that counts in some way. So yes, it would be nice. It absolutely would, and he's not wrong. 50 goals is a fantastic milestone for him to be scoring. I know this season people have been frustrated with Cody, and look, I've been one of them, folks, but he has, as I said, always chipped in with his fair share of goals and assists. I think personally we're just lacking that other dynamic option on the left this season to really mix it up. Now, I told you guys at the start of the video, you're going to be hearing another tale of woe, another yarn from from Arne, about how unlucky he's been. The latest one, well, it's to do with the players that were brought in and the money that were spent. What do I mean? Well, let me take you through what he's had to say. So, from the 450 million euro that we spent, I've only been able to use 250 million euro. Alexander Isak has never been fit so far. Giovanni Leone is ruled out for the entire season. Frimpong has only had an impact in 5 or 6 games. We bought a second goalkeeper for 35 million euro who barely plays. So we haven't even used 250 million of the 450 million that we spent. While our rivals spent 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, adding in players to the squad instead of replacing. Shut up, Arne. Just stop. It's getting to the point now where everything you say is just embarrassing us more and more and more. So you didn't want a goalkeeper. Did you not want any of these players? It's nobody else's fault that we didn't get to use them. They're players who came in. He just constantly feels like nothing is on him. Nothing to do with the way we play, the results, has ever been on Arne. He's been unlucky. Did I mention that he's been unlucky? Because he's been unlucky, ladies and gentlemen. No, he hasn't. He just needs to shut up, quite frankly, at this point, because I had friends, no messing, I had friends who don't support Liverpool messaging me yesterday saying, this Viaplay interview, is that real? That couldn't be real. That's not real, right, Craig? That isn't real. Tell us it isn't real, Craig. It was real. Yeah, but not surprising. And that's the thing right now. Nobody's surprised when he comes out with this nonsense. So let me know your thoughts on Arne's latest tale of woe. Right. Liverpool are watching 17-year-old winger GABRIEL MEC very, very closely. According to accounts coming out of Brazil, GABRIEL has recently broken into the first team setup at Grêmio and is now seen as one of the best emerging talents in Brazil. Premier League champions may make a summer bid. Now, we'll keep you as informed on this one as we can. This isn't the first time the youngster's name has come up, so I will try to dig into it a little bit deeper. But before I do, you want to talk tales of financial woe, Arna? Well, don't worry about Liverpool, because Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea Football Club made a financial loss in 1 year of £355 million for the 24-25 season, according to new data released by UEFA. The biggest deficit ever recorded in English football. Is it just me, or do you get the feeling that Chelsea are never held to account financially? Even when the Abramovich era was there, that money all just kind of sauntered away when he sold up the club, all the debt that was owed to him. Now they're out there spending ridiculous amounts of money, something like 1.9 billion over the course of the tenure of Todd Bowley since he's coming in transfers. It's a piss take. There's nothing else I have to add to it. It's an absolute joke, and sooner or later they're going to have to be held accountable for all that frivolous spending. Julian Nagelsmann is the latest name put forward as a potential option for Liverpool should Arne Slot move on this summer. According to Anfield Watch, they say that Julian Nagelsmann is reportedly interested in a move to the Premier League, and they asked, would you bring him to Liverpool? There's something about Nagelsmann I've never been able to take to personally, but some of that is a fact that I don't know much about the guy. I remember him coming with Hoffenheim. I remember his time at Bayern Munich. But would he be good enough to come into Liverpool? Well, the style of football, the brand, the way he plays, I think it would be suitable to how we get on. Would he be a good cultural fit? Well, that's my ignorance where coming to the fore here, because truly I don't know. I don't know enough about the person that is Julian Nagelsmann. Coaching perspective, yeah, he ticks a lot of boxes and certainly plays a brand and style of football and a formation that would suit the way we play. So let us know your thoughts on the comment section in Mr. Nagelsmann. Do you think that he would be a good fit at Liverpool if he leaves Germany after the World Cup? Now, the Champions League draw has, well, it's really divided the draw in half, but was it fairly? If you look at the draw, it's fairly lopsided, right? On the left-hand side, you have Paris Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Galatasaray, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Atlanta and Bayern Munich. I think between them something like 32 Champions League victories. On the other side of the draw, you have Newcastle, Barcelona, Atleti, Spurs, Bodo Glimt, Sporting Lisbon, Bayer Leverkusen and Arsenal, with a combined Champions League or European Cups of 5. All of them coming from Barcelona. So Arsenal, due to finishing second in the table, or top of the table, excuse me. My apologies, Arsenal fans. I know you don't want to be corrected on that one. So they have a nice cushy draw. For us, well, obviously Galatasaray are the team Liverpool are playing. Should we get past Galatasaray, we'll play the winners of Chelsea versus Paris Saint-Germain. And should we get through that, you're looking at either Real Madrid, Manchester City, Atalanta or Bayern Munich. So I think it's fair to say the left side of that draw looking far more stacked than the right side. So if you do make the pathway through to the final, I think you'll have definitely earned your way there from the left side of the draw. Now, when are Liverpool's games? They've also been confirmed. The first game is Tuesday, 10th of March. It is an earlier kickoff over in Galatasaray, taking them on at 5:45 Greenwich Mean Time. So 5:45 p.m. for us fans in the UK and Ireland for the away leg. But the more important second leg, of course, will be at Anfield. And that is something, should Liverpool progress through, will give us somewhat of an advantage. We do have the quarterfinals at home second leg as well. From what I can gather, I think the semi-final second leg, should we get there, we would be away. Right, but look, first world problems. Let's concentrate on Galatasaray first. And the return leg of that, ladies and gentlemen, is taking place Wednesday, the 18th of March at Anfield. It is an 8 p.m. kickoff. So that is who Liverpool got. It wasn't Atletico Madrid, it was Galatasaray. And Victor Osimhen was right about one thing he said. It will be somewhat of a revenge mission. Obviously, we were beaten 1-0 over there in what was one of the more frustrating games of the season with the antics of those Galatasaray players. I'm not going to take them as lightly this time. Liverpool need to go over there, show them that we are genuine contenders for this competition. Don't let them get away with the antics that they've got away with in other games. I watched them against Juventus as well, killing the clock, rolling around. You hope a strong referee is appointed to it who can make sure that these antics won't go unpunished. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The Champions League draw in its entirety. Let me quickly run you through it. Paris Saint-Germain versus Chelsea, Galatasaray versus Liverpool, Real Madrid against Manchester City, Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. Then it's on the other side of the draw, Newcastle against Barcelona, Atletico Madrid against Spurs, Bodo Glimt against Sporting Lisbon, and Bayer Leverkusen against Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. So let me know in the comments who you think goes on to win it or gets to the final. And from our perspective, we know it could be a reunion with Paris Saint-Germain in the quarterfinals, or Chelsea if we get there. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you tonight, 8:45 for the late night agenda. Appreciate you as always. Much love.